Today I'm making bread. Well, I'm making pizza dough first. Later on I'm making bread as well, because I want to try and do some bread rolls in the Ninja. I know other people have done it, so I haven't done it, and I thought I really should have a go at that. But first thing, we've got an Ooni pizza oven. A cute little thing, goes outside, and we're going to do pizzas tomorrow. So I tend to do, when it's cold like this, an overnight rise on the pizza dough. Instead of forcing it, I'm letting the yeast, and we've got real yeast in here today. I let the yeast take its time. During the summer months, it's easy to get a rise because it's warm. In the winter, especially in this house, it's not easy. But you can do what they call a cold fermentation, and that you can do 12, 18 hours, even 24 hours. Let the yeast do its job nice and slow. You're actually doing a lot of favours for your flour. You're letting the proteins do what they should do in your flour. And that's what I'm doing today. Making up this dough. I'm going to get them into its first stage, which is in a glass dish covered with cling film, and let it do its rise. And then first thing tomorrow morning, I'll ball it up into individual dough balls, ready to make pizza around about lunchtime tomorrow. Okay, so I'll take you through the first. I cheat because I'm using my machine. I don't stand there. I have done them, stood there pushing and kneading. It's very therapeutic if you like it. I don't have the time. Anyway, my machine, my tools today is my very much loved KitchenAid, and let's get cracking. Very basic. This is an Ooni recipe. I've tried others and I just love this recipe. It just works. So it's we use an Italian flour, double O, and it is 500 grams of flour, which is technically half a bag. I put that straight into my mixer. Oh, and this is a heavy mixer. One thing, I can't move it very much. I can't pick it up and move it around, but it doesn't move. It's brilliant. So press your button in and just bring it down like that. And I'm just going to press it onto a low setting and add my 300 grams of water and 5 ounces of fresh yeast. Although it's 300 grams of water, I've done 200 grams cold water, 100 grams hot water, mixed it all together. Then I put the yeast in to let the yeast come to temperature, do what it should be doing. A lot of people will add the salt with the yeast. I've been told that that can actually kill your yeast. So it's been called in bakery terms as needing a buffer for your salt. So I always wait till it's mixing in with the flour. And I'm putting 10 mils. I've just done 5. Another 5 into the mixer. And that's away. Leaving it nice and gentle. It doesn't need to be a fast dough. It will just, the machine will do it, and I'm leaving it on for about 8 minutes to just work that dough. Then I'm going to put it into my bowl. So see you in 8 minutes, and I'll show you. If you want to have a look and see how it's coming already, in just a couple of minutes it's coming together. I'm just going to stop this now. I think this is done. I'm just going to lift this up. There we go. And you can see the dough sticking on there. So I'm just going to loosen my ball off, and I'm just going to, nice clean hands when you do this, guys. Right, okay. I'm just getting it free of the hook. Now, when my bowl is ready, all I've done to my bowl, guys, is I got a piece of kitchen roll, and I rubbed around the bowl with the tiniest little bit of olive oil, so it makes it easier. When this has done its job, tomorrow morning when I want to get it out and make it into little dough balls, it'll be easy peasy, hopefully. Right, okay, what I've done is I've took my edges round, I've just lightly worked the dough so that I've got a really nice even ball. Sit it into the bowl and cover it with cling film. Now what I'm going to rely on is that will double, the yeast will activate, fully activate, and that will double in size. Normally in the summer that comes right up to the top of there. In the winter we don't get such a vigorous dough growth, but it does double inside. So I'm going to set that aside on my kitchen table. It's not warm in here, it's just comfortable. In the summer it gets quite warm, so it's just going to have a long, comfortable ferment. Okay? Tomorrow morning I will show you what's happened to the dough and put it into little balls ready for actually making pizza. See you later. Good morning. Today this is my pizza dough. I started last night. It's been on an overnight ferment in a cool conservatory. I think I'll just try and let the camera see all the bubbles in there. As I peel back this, yes, this is going to be good. It's very elasticy. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quickly get it out, get it onto the worktop and get it balled up into pizza dough balls, which are going in this airtight container. This is perfect for going in the freezer because I do often freeze them as well. So I'll take you through that stage, but I'm just going to get the dough balls made up to equal portions because later on today, when my grandson arrives, the pizza oven's coming out and we're having pizza. Oh, and a glass of red wine. Right, let's get going. I'm in a rush today, I'm off to work as well. Right, okay, my pizza scraper is very useful for when you've had an overnight ferment. Even though I oiled the bowl, it sticks. I expect it to. And this was made with live yeast. Right, okay. Well, when I say live yeast, I should say fresh yeast. By using your steel scraper, you're not already getting stuck with pizza dough, because boy does it get sticky at this stage. This dough is a 60% hydration, that means the amount of water in it to flour ratio. You can get some very interesting dough recipes now for pizza with 70 and 80% hydration. I haven't tried those yet. Right, okay, so it's out. I don't want to use too much flour if I can help it. I don't want this dough drying out, so just a quick stretch it. Just making sure it's working, and it's working nicely. Now I'm going to try and get it into like a... I want it in a sausage shape, just to make the cutting of it easier to get my dough balls. I'm aiming for 150 grams a dough ball, thereabouts. 122, stand that back there. $142, that's nearer, right, okay. $159. Right, I'm going to chop a little bit off the end here, which is going on that one and that one. You normally get 5 dough balls. Yeah, 150. Ooh, 160. Right, so just take an end off there. I think I was down one on that one. Okay, so I'm quite happy. They're going to be... I'll just weigh that one again. Yay, 157. So they're all about what I want. Don't worry if it's just 7 grams over or a couple of grams under. Right, so again, I'm just stretching it round into a nice ball shape. Get it into your hand. So you're cupping it, and then you're working basically your fingers and your thumbs to almost make a little knot on the bottom. You tuck that in, and 1 dough ball, and that's just going to go into my container, where I'm hoping that will double in size. When it doubles in size, then John will be stretching the pizza dough. He is the guy who stretches them. I'm the one who does the toppings, and then we get them into the oven. So we are a combined team. I'll have to film him. He's actually really good at it. I don't stretch him very well. I did okay last time. I'm not patient. You know, it's like, get it down there, stretch it out, that'll do. It really doesn't. You need to stretch your dough properly. It wants to be quite nice, particularly as we kind of like, we don't like a thick chunky dough base. Just work it round. Dough balls have grown, so they're ready now to be stretched. We're going to make some garlic breads and we're going to make pizzas. I just thought I'd run you through quickly. If you've got a pizza oven or about to buy one, the first thing I would do before you actually start stretching your pizza out is get your prep done, which is, this is my prep station. This is our tomato sauce with basil in it, little peppers, we've got some French sausage, pepperoni, mozzarella cheese. We've got oregano and we've got parmesan, and this here is my garlic butter ready to go on my it's just a pizza dough base that we cover with garlic butter and make into a flatbread, garlic flatbread. In fact, it's the yummiest thing ever. And John will be stretching them here. Our pizza peels, these are what you slide, put your pizza onto, slide into your pizza oven. So shall we just move over and show you the Ooni pizza oven we're using today. It's the Karu 12. Right, I'm just going to do a temperature check here. .502, so it needs to be a little bit warmer. Now, this is our first pizza dough, and he's just, as you can see, he's working the dough as he begins the stretch. It's actually, you have to be fairly gentle in this, and you don't want to be putting holes in your pizza. So, I mean, that's a big disaster when you're working with a pizza oven, because if you put holes in it, it's going to stick to your stone. Okay, John has stretched the dough out for me, which is nice. It's not quite as... I'm just taking some of the excess flour off it, because I don't want that burning on my pizza stone. And it will. It'll just create more soot. And I've got a couple of thick edges there. I'm just trying to... without putting my fingers through it. Okay. Onto my pizza peel. This is an Ooni peel, by the way, folks. In fact, all our peels are by Ooni. They are a little bit more expensive, but when I bought some others, these hold up to working life a bit better than the cheaper ones. Okay, first job. You don't want to go silly with your sauce, because the wetter you get your pizza base, the more likely it is you end up with a soggy bottom, and that's not what we want. So put another drop on there. These only make 12-inch pizzas, by the way. You can get the bigger oven, which does 16-inch pizzas, but I found that, you know, this way you can have lots of variation. It's purely preference. If you hold big pizza parties, I suppose you need the big pizza oven. Nice little sprinkle of herbs. You don't have to put any of this on, but we love our Italian herbs. Lovely mozzarella. Okay. A sprinkle of fresh parmesan. Just gives a combination of flavours. I love mozzarella, but quite honestly, the mozzarella we buy doesn't have all the flavours that I would initially want it to. Like if you were walking onto an Italian farm and getting your fresh mozzarella, would be amazing. Okay. And this is nicely thinly sliced pepperoni. I love pepperoni. Sometimes less is more on your pizza, so let's make it Italian, red and green. Just a few chopped peppers. Put whatever toppings you like on your pizzas, including pineapple. I quite like pineapple on pizzas, and a lot of people say, oh God, you can't, but you really can. Okay, and I'm going for a sprinkle of black pepper on here, just to give it a little bit of zing. That's it. Okay, this one is about to be launched. 797, so that technically is nice and hot. Nothing underneath it. Nice easy launch. There we go. Yeah, that's hotter now. I actually think that's about done. 1 minute more.